shadow follows them around. I pretend not to notice when I wonder why I'm down. I see a horizon just flying that way. I could be on that flight if I didn't get in the way. Albatross, you're the boss. Albatross, I've got nothing to say to you. High imagination, flights of fantasy, ideas bottled up inside, can't convert to energy. I like to blame circumstance, it's convenient after all. Well, if you want to take a chance, you can't be afraid to fall. Albatross, you're the boss. Albatross, I've got nothing to say to you. Pointing fingers in the air, saying this is all your fault, and the dreams have been redeemed from what you asked. It's all good. Look beyond yourself, listen to other people talking. Your head is filled with what they say, your thoughts are sealed in your own coffin. Whose line is it anyway? Do you really have to ask? Well, are you gonna live your life? Are you up to the task? Albatross, you're the boss. Albatross, you're the boss. Albatross, you're the boss. Albatross, I've got nothing to say to you. I've got nothing to say to you. I've got nothing to say to you.
Nice job.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you
Okay,
very
grab
much.
your mic and come on over, Mr. DeCoSTeR. You know, I almost felt like you sounded a little like the Who in there, and then you changed it at the end. You went and had to sound like someone totally different.
A man with 1,000 hooks.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Got hooks.
Well, it's funny. Why did you get the Who? I'm curious.
I don't know, but there was parts in there that just reminded me of the Who. Yeah, right?
Yeah, just like that riff. Okay.
I mean, unless you want Albert Einstein in between us.
No, that's
He is an
over
angel
here.
with us today.
So how are you guys doing?
All right, how you
I'm
doing?
doing great. I'm
Yeah?
doing great. Very
Tearing it
happy to
up,
be
man.
here again, man. Very
Nice.
happy
Well,
to be-
thanks for being
I
here.
like your new poster, by the way. It's
Well,
really
thank you
nice.
so much. It was designed by Betty Rage.
Well, give my compliments to her.
Thank you.
Yes.
I'm sure we will. And what's going on in your world?
I'm doing a lot of writing lately. I'm actually going to be coming out with an EP later this year. I just released a new single, Got the Music in Me, which is going to be coming out fairly soon. And I'm going to be doing a show at the Way Station this coming Monday,
Good for you.
April 21st at 9 p.m.
Which is near here.
It's not very far, it's just up the street on Washington Avenue, actually. And I'm really looking forward to playing there for the first time. They switched everything around. The stage is like right there as soon as you enter the door, so I just, if
You
you're not doing...
cannot be missed.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
Supposed to be a very cool room.
Are you solo or with some other
I'm
people?
going to be with a band, actually. I'm going to have Rich Kulsar on drums. He's a very well-known drummer in the New York area. I'm going to have my man Ryan Kotler on bass, great bass player. I'm going to have a guy named Joe Albano on saxophone. So I got saxophone work.
Joe Albano?
You know the name?
Lou Albano.
Oh, he's not related. But the funny
The guy with the rubber band on his
Wrestling
cheek,
guy.
but
right?
you know what's funny, because he's got like a long ass beard like this, you know, so it's kind of like a little
So how do you know they're not related?
Well, because he
You
told
asked?
me.
Oh, is that the first thing that he says?
No, the
My
funny thing
name's
is that,
Albano and I'm no relation to that
no,
freak.
it's funny because the drummer actually asked him that very same question. He
Yeah.
said no relation whatsoever.
Yeah, he's probably heard it so many
I'm
times.
sure.
Was that
I'm
the
sure.
drummer you played with at 773?
Exactly, the very
He's
same.
good. He's
Yeah,
good. You
which
tore
was-
it up that night.
Yeah, he's a brilliant drummer.
That's great. That's
Yeah,
Yeah, so I
exciting.
feel very blessed to be working with such wonderful musicians, and I think that it really
And
brings
he's
out.
great with a band. I mean, he really is.
I
Brings a
just-
lot, brings out the energy. of
I just
everyone.
feel like a lot of the songs I do really kind of like call for a band, and that's what I really prefer. You know,
When did you play your first gig?
the first gig I ever played, God, that was a long time ago. I was like, I was on a poetry. I used to work on the poetry circuit as Michael McHugh. can
I met him
attest to.
through my ex-girlfriend, Larissa Schmeiler, who is a spoken word artist. Is about to be releasing a book, actually, in Boston, to a book release party. And he was playing with her, and that's how I met Paul.
But you see,
Poetry
DeCoSTeR,
scene.
as it's currently formed, that really kind of formed in 2008 because I used to work with a band called Bobby Stewart and the Contraires.
No,
He was
no,
a guitar
Bobby from
player.
the park.
Yeah, and after a while, I think that kind of dissolved. But I
Bobby
managed
had
to.
a minor dance hit in the 80s on the Billboard.
But I managed to work with ReW WhO, and I just hired him for the group. And we had a gig over at the C-Note, my old stomping grounds, and his, back in 2008. And ever since then, I've been working on the DeCoSTeR sound. And I think it's really funny because
What is C-Note now? Is it anything?
I have no idea
It's
what
a burger
it is.
joint now.
It's a
Oh,
burger
They
joint.
have really
great.
good veggie burgers there.
Oh,
Do they?
really?
Well, that's
They
good.
finally got a back garden, which I always wanted when they had it open.
Right.
Uh,
Well, because it was 10-11 for a little while, right?
I don't think
Was that
anybody
next
knows.
door?
No, that's next
That
door.
was next door?
Mhm.
Wow. C-Note is a burger joint.
yeah, it's
And I actually used to do sound there. I was a sound engineer there for a
You
long
were?
time. I was.
Were you a sound for me ever?
I was actually.
You were?
Yes,
Yeah, I
did sound.
remember that
Wow,
night.
now you look
Remember that
familiar.
night.
Exactly, yeah. You see, the thing
Was
is
it the
back in
Howl night, or?
It might have been the Howl night. Back in the days, I had much longer hair.
No,
Yeah.
remember that night you played with the drummer, the full band, I think? It was a band gig?
Yeah,
And
probably.
he did sound, I remember.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
played there a lot of
And
times.
he had like an ooh
I
ooh
used to
song,
love
which
that
I
one.
really,
I do.
really liked.
Oh, maybe that was Remy? Maybe it was that band. The
That was
ooh, ooh.
Cracker Jack Band.
I still do the ooh ooh songs.
I
rocked
love that
out
song.
that
It's one of my
night.
favorite songs. It's great.
It's the first time I heard you play with a band, that was that night.
Interesting. I play with the band a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, and a couple of people have expressed interest in me performing on some of their acts as a guitar player and also as a background vocalist, which I'm available to do, by the way, for those of you who are out there. You can just
Good singer.
contact me at tigermanpcd@AOL.com. And
You know what? You know what? No one's gonna know what you just said. You have to say that. If you want somebody to contact you, say it slow.
All right, guys. Tigerman, Tigerman, capital P, capital C as in Chris, capital D as in David, at AOL.com.
Now you lost me again. It's Tigerman PCD.
PCD.
What's PCD mean?
Paul Clement DeCoSTeR is my name.
What's the middle name?
Clement.
Clement.
Is that like somebody's maiden name or something? Like
It's
your
my
mother's?
grandfather's name.
Clement.
Your grandfather's first name?
That's like
Clement?
old school.
Where are you from? Like England?
No, not from England.
He looks like he's from England.
No,
doesn't he?
my parents are from New England.
Yeah,
There
same
you
thing.
go.
Yeah.
Yes,
Were they on the Mayflower?
Nope, they weren't on the Mayflower,
Were they
actually.
like, what were they on?
They were on another ship.
Like which one, do you know?
I don't remember.
Are you like a wasp?
Yeah, I'm afraid so.
That's
Believe it or
okay,
not.
it's not your fault.
It's like a wasp.
Yeah, guilty as charged.
No, that's
Alright,
cool.
New England, you know. Did you go to boarding school?
No, I didn't go to boarding school.
What high school did you go to?
It's no longer there. It's called Barnard High School, no relation to the college. It
Ah,
was up in Washington Heights.
okay, alright, so you know.
It's on Fort Washington Avenue, right across from the
So
synagogue.
did you grow up there?
No, I grew up on the Upper West Side.
Oh, that makes more sense.
Right.
Alright, now that was, I mean, when you said where the whole high school was.
It's got a whole Manhattan vibe.
Yeah, I just-
He's got a preppy vibe.
Just like you, you got Manhattan type
Yeah.
people that have a
I grew up in Manhattan, but I've lived in Brooklyn since 1995 and never left.
Aww,
Yeah.
that's
In
nice.
fact, more or less, I've been around the same neighborhood.
You had
just
to
like,
rebel somehow.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Flatbush the whole time.
Really?
There you go.
So you've seen
Absolutely.
it change drastically.
Well, I've seen it. I remember before it was called Ditmas Park.
Okay, all
That's
right.
kind of like, that was a realtor's term, and now everybody who lives around there just calls it that. So I'm like,
Wow.
okay.
Yeah.
I still call it Flatbush because I remember when it was Flatbush, so, you know, I just,
Wait, is Stitness Park the nice part with the mansions?
it's got the houses, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I
Got the old houses,
figures
know.
you moved there. Oh, see, now he's coming back out again. Wait, I mean, you go there and it's like, this is Brooklyn. It's like a gated community, isn't it?
It's not a gated community
But
at all.
there
In fact,
is
it's
like a
very,
gate
very
around
open.
it, isn't there?
There's no gate around it
You know
at
where
all.
I'm talking about?
You're thinking about Seagate and Coney Island. That's what you're
No,
thinking
no, I'm
about.
not. There's like, my kid once had a play date
Oh,
at
did she
some
really?
house in Brooklyn, and when we went there, it was just like a stone thing, like in this area, and you drive, and it's like the suburbs or something.
Some of them are gated and some of them are not.
You know where I mean,
Come on,
right?
Paul, you live in a gated
No.
community.
I'm not in a gated community. Yeah, exactly. I'm trapped in a
That's
gated
so
community.
Yeah, you need to that password to get in. No, I'm
No,
just
no.
kidding.
You know what
Yeah.
there is? No, what you're thinking
Like
about is
Jack.
Buckingham Place. It's
Oh,
a
like the
side street.
Buckingham.
It's like a side street. And it's like some kind of a house which looks like a Japanese
Buckingham
Buddhist
Palace.
temple.
And they have these gorgeous houses,
They're
like
gorgeous
right
and
next
enormous.
to each other.
They're right next to each other.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And driveways and
Uh-huh.
lawns
And Church Avenue is just right up the street.
it's just that you just make this one little turn and it's like this little oasis, right, in Brooklyn.
Very much so.
It's
Very
so,
much
it's beautiful.
Well, a lot of film companies actually shoot their films over there now.
I would believe
Like
that.
Boardwalk Empire shoots a lot in my neighborhood.
I believe that. I heard they did, at least before Hurricane Sandy, they shot a lot in Rockaway.
Probably.
I heard they did a
Because it
lot
looks like
there.
Atlantic City, you know, which is where it takes place.
Yeah, and Buscemi is from Rockaway, so he liked
That I didn't know. I thought he was from Long Island.
I thought, they told me, I played in Rockaway before Sandy, and there were pictures all of that, and they said he, like, makes sure that they shoot there.
That's crazy.
But then Sandy came, and I don't know what happened after that, and then they moved to your neighborhood.
Right. And I knew because I could see some of the old cars from like the 1920s.
How cool is that?
And that was amazing.
You know
I took
what,
a
they do
picture
a
of
lot
it
of
once.
film, they do a lot also, I don't know for that show, but City Island. That is used for so many movies, because that,
I went to a wedding
nice
not too
place
far
over
away
there.
from City Island like last year. That's nice out there.
City Island
Yeah.
reminds me of I Know What You Did Last Summer. Every time I go there, that's what I think.
Yeah.
It feels like that. Like I'm
Yeah,
waiting
yeah,
for
yeah.
that captain to jump out onto the street.
It has that vibe.
I know, doesn't it?
Probably
You played at
thinking
that
I-
club up there?
Yeah,
Starving
yeah.
Artist?
I love
haven't
Elliot's.
played up there yet.
Oh, they would love you
I
there.
actually tried to get a gig there. I wrote an email to him. I haven't heard back. but, you
It's
know.
not personal. That happened to me too. Like I
Really?
wanted to play there so bad, and I wrote
How
to
did
them.
you finally get
Well,
it?
it's really funny actually. I wrote him, this is like a long time ago, and never heard back, and I knew people playing at the Starving Artist and never heard back. And then when this show started, it was a different show, and it started in Washington Heights actually.
Oh,
Not
really?
Washington Heights, like
Up,
Morningside
down.
Heights.
Right, on
Morningside House,
Um,
up at Columbia. Okay.
Right near City College, okay?
Yeah,
And
I
we
know.
were having a show, and I had a guest on, and he's telling me he's from City Island, and I said, oh, I wanted to play at a venue in City Island, and he said, I own that venue.
Oh, hello.
I know, with Elliot
he's
Glenn.
talented,
He's
yeah.
the best, I
I
love
booked
Elliot.
him at Geezy. He's
And-
very
Well,
good.
I hope
wonderful,
I
and
get
ever
a
since
chance to meet
then-
him one day.
He's a real folk guy.
He's
That's
great.
real folk music.
So when I met him like that, I've been playing there regularly
That's
ever
wonderful,
since. And
that's
he's
great.
been the Who many times, and he's become like Ruin Who family. He's great.
I can
Well,
see him
a
being
good-
a really good Who, too.
a
He's
good
very
great.
knowledgeable
Elliot's the
music.
best.
You know Curtis
Yeah.
Beecraft, don't
Yeah,
you?
I
He's
know.
played there a
No,
number of times.
I played with Curtis
Yeah, I
last
know,
night.
Exactly. I played with Curtis last
Well,
night.
he-
I've
the
had him
same
on my
event.
show a couple of times.
Oh, did you hear what happened last night?
Yeah.
Curtis thought I died.
Is he the one that thought you died?
Yeah, what happened is
Yeah, I heard it when I left. My cousin Alan said.
somebody died, and it's a long story, but I was going to go to the show, and I had to deal with the situation involving somebody who died. So, your cousin, Alan Rand, Val said to him, Mike's not going to make it. And then he overheard her talking about somebody dying, so he put two and two together,
Oh, my
and he
cousin
thought
started
I
the
had
rumor?
died. So Kurt came in, he put his arm around Kurt, and he said, how you doing? You all right? How are you doing?
Oh, man.
He said, I got some bad news for you. He goes, Mike McHugh died. And then Kurt was like
Wow.
devastated. And he went over to Val and he said, did he die? And she'd gotten a text at somebody else. I had texted somebody died. I can't go to the... She goes, yes, he died, but she was talking about me.
Oh
So he
my
didn't know.
God,
And then
wow.
he sees, he goes
You
to
gotta
the
make sure
corner,
you get your facts
he's
straight,
like
folks.
It's like a game of
devastated.
telephone.
This is my friend for like 15 years, we jammed together, we played, and he's devastated, and everybody's laughing and talking like nothing's going. He goes, how could she be so cold? And Val's like laughing and talking. So finally he comes over to her, shakes her by the shoulder, he goes, did Mike McHugh die? She goes, Mike McHugh didn't die.
And you know, when we left last night, this is when Alan said to me, he said, you know, I thought Mike McHugh died, but she said, then I thought she said my voice died, but she said my boss died. And I'm just like, what are you
See what
talking
kind of
about?
confusion goes on in the air?
I don't even know what's
That's a
going
Mercury
on.
retrograde
Oh my
moment, folks.
God.
And then he said, don't tell Mike because he might feel bad.
He goes, "I was so
I don't want to
glad."
upset him. And then you wrote, like, people thought I died, like you knew before I even
I
had a
put
chance to
Staying
say
Alive,
it.
I put the song, I'm still
By the way,
alive.
speaking of deaths,
Staying alive,
didn't Gabriel Garcia Marquez die, the
I'm
Colombian
still here
novelist?
kicking.
I heard that he did.
Still
Today?
alive kicking.
Because I saw a couple of tributes to his work on Facebook just
Wow.
earlier today.
Well, maybe so.
So I'll have to check up on that. But
Well, then he is now an angel with us
he
today.
certainly
too.
is.
Aw,
Oh,
there you go.
nice.
Yeah. So what's your website, PauL DeCoSTeR?
My website is, for the moment, it's www.reverbnation.com/DeCoSTeR. You can hear all of my music there.
Now,
I
DeCoSTeR-
I noticed you have a YouTube channel.
I do have a YouTube channel. I'll probably add today's video to this, and I'll certainly add some footage from the Way Station. I've got a YouTube channel which features both band performances and solo performances, much like the one you saw today. So please tune in and give it a thumbs up, would you?
Are you
And-
recording
and
the
also, not
songs?
just for myself, but also some of the other artists who performed today. Lindell, Discant, and Miss Lisa Kerner. Please go on their Facebook pages and give them a thumbs up because they're hardworking artists and they put out beautiful music. And
They do.
really just and clap your hands, everybody, for these folks. Clap your hands. Thank you. Thank you
Are
so
you
much.
recording that catchy song, the one about the radio, the catchy like pop song?
I'm not recording it at this time, but I will.
Is that the sun?
He has a really
No,
catchy
it's
hook
not
song.
Walking in the Sun. There was a song called The Same Song Over and Over, which talks about pop radio.
About hearing songs over and over.
Basically, if you tune into like
about-
Z100, or you turn into
Yeah.
Light FM, or you turn into Hot 97.
But it's
you're
like
hearing
what
the
it's
same
talking
stuff
about. It
all the
has a
time.
catchy hook that's like the
Right,
It's
exactly.
very cool.
I promise
Because
to
you're a
record that.
hypocrite like everybody
Same
else.
song going
Yeah,
over and
exactly.
over.
Exactly.
We
Well,
all are.
Well, you know, it's funny because I do intend to record that song, and for the next EP that I'm putting out a 5-song EP called "Walking in the Sun," which should be coming out later this year.
Cool.
Good for you.
Thank you.
Very cool.
So it is National Animal Cracker Day.
Oh, lovely.
Do you want the icing ones?
I love the icing ones. Let me close my eyes and figure out.
You can
which
take
You
a
want a
few.
skeleton from PauL
I'm gonna take
DeCoSTeR?
them. I got a skeleton.
I don't think you
All
can
right.
see fish.
I got. What is this?
You're gonna find
I
out.
got-
This is a buffalo. I got a buffalo, you guys.
He's never fished. He's never fished.
I got buffaloes. Buffalo. That's a pretty cool animal, actually.
Buffalo Soldier.
I was actually thinking that, but I didn't want to say it.
I must have. See, that's why I said it. I felt it from
It's
your
probably
head.
it's my
That's
favorite.
the psychic
That's
again.
my favorite Bob Marley song. Next
Really?
to I don't wanna, well, I got two favorite Bob Marley songs. It's Buffalo Soldier and I Don't Want to Wait in Vain for You.
That's mine.
That's a
I want
beautiful
to
song.
do a remix.
Oh,
of
you
that.
must do a
My
nice
song.
cover of that because it's got that high vocal part that you.
I'd like to do a cover of that
You
because
should
I
cover.
thought about if I wanted to cover a Bob Marley song, which one would I do? I do that one because
Because
it's
your
kind of-
voice,
it
you can
speaks
go
to
high
me,
like that
you know?
on the
I mean,
chorus.
whenever you do a cover, you always want to do one that kind of speaks to you.
Of course.
And I like to do ones of like contemporary stuff as well as some of the older stuff. Like I'm going to be doing a cover of Bulletproof by this artist LaRue from Britain.
I love that song. That's one of my favorite songs.
I got that on my YouTube channel.
I love
I
that
performed
song.
that with Rich Colsar.
He's very good on covers.
Yeah,
Next time,
We were dancing when you did Billie
This
Jean.
time,
Baby, on us both.
I'll be
Cool. It's a duet with Ro. It's a duet. Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
LaRue.
baby, I'll be. Did you just go?
Bullet.
Oh, bulletproof.
I want to hear a duet with Ro and DeCoSTeR.
I love that song,
Bulletproof.
LaRue.
Yeah, I think that'd be great.
It's a great song.
You know,
This
one of
could
these
be a
days
radio
I'll put
hit
you
for you
up.
guys.
One of these days I'll
Do a
put you
duet.
up on. I'll invite you up on a gig and we'll do something together. Would you like that?
Sure, why
He
not?
does that
Okay,
with
sounds
everybody.
great.
It's
Yeah.
great. He's very inclusive.
Yeah,
Speaking
I really.
of, we're going to be doing a benefit in memory of Temptress May 1st at Tammany Hall. Did you
Tell me
know?
about Temptress. I remember
Temptress
hearing
just
something
passed-
about this on
She
Facebook.
did die.
Who was
Temptress?
Temptress? I saw
Temptress-
something on Facebook about this.
Temptress was an amazing performer, Jessica, who I just did a gig with her in Tammany Hall February 9th, and she was.
What happened?
She had a heart attack and died.
Oh my God.
Like a couple of weeks ago,
Oh,
and she was
man.
booked to play May 1st. So
Oh.
it's turning into an event in memory of her.
Wow.
Of her.
Where's that going to be?
Tammany Hall.
Okay.
Wait,
Tammany Hall seems to be the new hot room now.
I don't know.
I don't know.
It's fun.
What are you doing?
I'm
Oh,
trying-
it's the temperatures thing.
I'm trying to get the flyer.
See if you can actually do it.
Tammany Hall is not
Upsetting the
just for corrupt
microphone.
politicians anymore. It's
Yes,
now
it
for
is.
rock club.
Yeah, they all go out to play gigs there now.
It's still for corrupt politicians.
go.
There it
Cool.
is.
Cool.
Oh, nice.
Yes. And I'm gonna be doing a Temptress song with her band.
Cool.
She just was like the person that loved to live life more than anyone else. She was a transgender. She had the surgery.
I think
She
I heard
was
about
Chucky,
this, yeah.
and then turned into Jessica.
I like it.
And I'm telling you, the most generous, kindest, giving person you have ever met. And it just happened. Like, she lived to the fullest and really lived her life. So I keep saying she's either smiling down or up right now on all of us for planning this, because she had, oh my gosh, it's true, yeah. She is, though. It is intense. So please.
Oh, the Baghdadios are playing.
Yes.
Wish I had a
I used
chance
to
to
book
meet
them
them.
at
I remember the
Great band.
Baghdadios.
Yes, exactly.
Baghdadios are
Those
a
guys
great
are great.
Come
band.
there Thursday, May 1st.
Purple Pan is on this?
Yes,
I
there's
used
gonna
to-
be a lot
That was
of.
the first artist I booked at Cino. She was
Oh my
actually
God,
playing
see,
Cino
we're
before.
going
Yeah,
Memory lane
Purple
again,
Pan,
guys.
Elaine Tuttle, who is incredible. Oh my God.
Wow,
Lisa Harrington.
Great lineup.
Yeah, it's Jade.
Rocket Queens.
Yeah,
Rockaway
Diddy
Bitch.
This
Yeah.
sounds great.
Whoa.
It's gonna be an amazing night. Keep that, Mike. You
Yeah,
can have it.
cool.
And
Wow.
yeah,
About this,
Temptress. We love you.
Yeah.
about this animal cracker.
Yeah, where's your skeleton?
Skeleton.
Oh, I was gonna tell it to
He's trying
you.
to get away from
Okay, here's my skeleton. One time I was in.
Hey, it's PauL DeCoSTeR, and we are. What was that skeleton you were sharing again?
Yeah, this was.
Okay.
Have another cookie.
I gotta have another cookie.
Yeah,
because
it
this
went
is-
right over
I
my
didn't show you
head.
for that.
It made me think about Bob Marley one more time. I think Bob Marley is the one channeling.
This is a goat. I got a goat this time.
Okay,
They're nice.
goat's head soup.
Okay. Well, I was born in the year of the goat, so it makes sense.
Ah, that does make sense.
Exactly. Yeah.
Now, what does a goat say?
Goat.
And what does a lamb say?
Thing. They're probably the same family. The difference is that the goat has like little horns.
Animal sounds with
Eats just
Rhodes.
about anything.
Go. This is a kitty show.
Goats are like scavengers. I remember one time I was in Connecticut and there was a little goat that used to like butt its head right outside of the fence. It was
Did
really
you live in
cool.
Connecticut?
Well, my grandparents did, and I
That
used to go
makes
up there
sense.
all the time. You know, they lived in the New Haven area. And my
Okay,
father
so did you ever
grew
hear
up in-
Paul's got that
Wallingford?
Connecticut.
Of course I heard of
connection.
Wallingford,
Did you ever hear
Connecticut.
of
It's
the
right.
school Choate? In
Choate.
Wallingford, Connecticut?
I have to be honest with you. The first time
You
actually,
look like you could go there.
let me tell you something. The first time
Looks like
actually
a
I heard of
choke
Choate was on Harvey Birdman, attorney at law.
Oh, I have a song called Choate.
Yeah, and it's like one of the
Oh, so
one of
you
his
do know of
opponents
it.
actually. Well, only because of that show.
You gotta
It's
hear my
Joe.
song Choate.
It's Joe. It's Joe.
It doesn't go like
Oh no, it
that.
doesn't go like that. President of the United States, I don't think so.
Oh, but
Okay.
it's a pretty kooky song.
Oh, I love kooky songs. Yeah.
Yeah.
It hit me.
What
right
about
on
that
time.
skeleton though?
Skeleton. Okay, here's the skeleton. Okay, I'm in Amsterdam, and guy I'm traveling with from Austria. We're getting on the train, and tell him and of course Amsterdam is notorious for having tourists come in and smoke the shit out of smoke the shit out of the city. You know, hashish, marijuana, you name it. And he had some marijuana on him, so I said, "Oh my God." If we go back to Paris and you have that stuff on you, the cops are going to nail us. So do yourself a favor, either smoke it, do whatever you got to do with it, and then let's just hop on the train, and then we'll be all right. Sure enough, he doesn't do that. So we get off the train, and sure enough, the cops sniff out the marijuana that's on him, and both of us get in the back of a police car. And here we are riding, and the cop is asking me if I had any marijuana on him. Yeah, exactly.
Paul's on his way to the pokey.
I was on my way to the pokey, and sure enough, I didn't have any marijuana on me at all, so it was pretty much clean. But my friend had it, and the policeman was actually astonished that I didn't have the marijuana.
Oh, 'cause
this
you had
kid
the
from
long
Austria
hair back
did.
then.
I did have the
Oh,
long
you
hair,
remember Paul
and I
had
had the
long
goatee
hair.
as well.
He looked like a total.
So I
hippie.
looked like I could be somebody who could be completely like
You look like
blotto
a
on
stoner
marijuana.
back
Like a
then,
Grateful
dude.
Dead head.
Pretty
You
much.
were
I did look like a deadhead back in those days, you know, but I wasn't the one who had the marijuana on. So
Don't
here
judge
we
a
were.
book by its
There
cover.
you go.
So there we were in the police station, you know, they checked my underwear for any
Oh my
marijuana
God,
possession and
was it a
stuff like
man
that.
How many search?
It was a man cop, but he just pulled it down just to see what was there, and nothing was there. And my friend got
Nothing
up to,
was there.
well, no marijuana was there, baby. No marijuana was there. You know, I mean, God wouldn't play that kind of a trick on me. He wouldn't play that
Not
kind of a
someone
trick.
from Upper West Side.
No, of course not. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay, I get it.
So anyway, so that's my
Follow
skeleton.
the draw there.
So here I am, safe and sound. Thank God I don't have a criminal record, and I'm not even in France. So I can still go over there and visit on a holiday.
Thank
So-
God for that. Good
Yeah.
Friday.
Mhm. Good Friday indeed.
Yes. Wow.
I'm gonna eat my goat
What happened
now.
to your friend?
He's probably in Austria somewhere with a family or something like that.
So did he get off too?
Yes, he did.
Wow. All because of you.
No, I was just my presence. I'm a good luck charm. What can I say?
That's what I'm saying.
Now we know why you're such a straight arrow now.
Exactly.
It's a quiet lifestyle.
I get all the broken arrows out of trouble.
Oh, well, stick around, stick around. That's always helpful. So what is your website one more time?
www.reverbnation.com/DeCoSTeR. That's spelled D as in David, E as in Ernie, C as in Chris, O as in Oscar, S as in Sam, T as in Tommy, E as in Ernie, and R as in Robert Downey Jr.
Wow. Good for you. And he could have been on that ride with you in the back seat of...
Well, I think about that just a little bit later on. He was busted for marijuana
There you
possession.
go. There you go.
His career was salvaged.
And
you
look
know,
at
he's
him
become
now.
He's Iron Man now, you know.
He certainly is.
Well, all that marijuana turned him into Iron Man. I mean,
It certainly did. And he's like a role model to society
It
for
is.
comebacks, right?
For
I'm telling you.
recovery.
I'm telling you,
Yeah,
you know.
he's amazing.
Well, I have to say, he is Tony Stark. I mean, because he's cocky enough to be him.
It's one of my favorite actors of
He's
the
a
modern
great
actors
actor.
that are out
And he is a
there.
really good actor, there's no doubt about it.
Yeah, he's a cool guy.
Mhm.
We'd love to have you on the show one day,
I want
Robert
you, Robert.
Downey
Mm-hmm.
In
Jr.
your Iron Man costume.
Or not.
Or without.
Yeah, he can come any way he wants. So when's your next gig? Way Station, Monday night?
This coming Monday, April 21st at 9 p.m. at the Way Station. I'll be there with
It's
a
a
full
cool
band.
venue. Cool venue, I
I'll be
guess.
there with a full band, Rich Colsar on drums, Joe Albano on sax, and Ryan Kotler on bass.
Thank you so
Come
much.
on down.
And thanks, you come back anytime. You're
My
always
pleasure.
a real treat.
My pleasure.
You want to push a button?
Yes. Let's see. Da-da-da-da.
I love that
Paul
one.
got
Yeah,
his
me
Thanks
too.
a lot.
Happy
PauL DeCoSTeR!
Good Friday, everybody.